Hey everyone, it's Wednesday, December 27th. Yesterday, on the 26th, we had our regular bi-weekly appointment with Dr. Tejani to do our checkup. This one was important because, as you know, last week I had the CT scan and we were waiting to see the results to understand, is the chemotherapy working? And so there's three things that we're really looking for when we look at the CT scan. The first one is we want to make sure that the tumor is no longer growing. So we want to stop the growth of the tumor so that it's not getting bigger in the places where the tumor has been located. The second item that we look for is that we want to make sure that the tumor has not spread to any new locations. So we know we've got it in my upper stomach and we've got it in my liver, but we don't want it to spread to any other locations. The third item that we're looking for is to actually see the tumors begin to shrink, to show us that the chemotherapy is doing its job. And so the good news to share is, on the first front, we've stopped the tumor from growing any larger. That's great news because we know the chemo is now working and it's not getting worse. On the second front, we have seen that there is no spreading of the tumor. So no new locations, no new spots. We're keeping that under control, and so that's great news. And in the third, have we shrunk the tumor? The answer is yes. We have begun to shrink the tumor. And so our goal now is to continue to shrink that tumor with the chemo and immunotherapy over the next couple sessions. What we're targeting and what I'm asking prayers for is that we want to see a 50% reduction in the size of the tumor from when we started. That's a key number because that will allow us to consider things like surgery or radiation to really give that cancer that final blow and knock it on its butt. And so that's what I would ask for. But we're very excited with the good news that we received yesterday. We've put a little bit more wind in my sails for the fight to beat this sucker. Tomorrow I start another round of chemotherapy. Looking forward to that, to be able to kind of continue to just give that cancer the 1-2 punch. And so we're very excited for all of this great news, and we can pray that it continues and that we continue to shrink the size of that tumor, and we really look to get it as small as possible and take the next steps to really just kind of stop it in its tracks so that it doesn't grow or do anything different. So we just pray that the next couple rounds of chemo are continue to do what it's been doing, that we see no growth, that we see no spreading, and that we see shrinkage in the size of the tumor. For my gratitude moment this week, I'm grateful for medicine. I know in an earlier episode I did rant a little bit about our healthcare system, and I do think that there's definitely room for improvement. However, there have been great advances, and cancer is a tough disease to battle, right? Because it manifests differently in each individual. So unlike a virus where they know the strain and they can create a vaccine specifically for that strain, with cancer, the variants are so complicated that it makes it very hard to be able to cure cancer with just one thing. So I'm grateful for the advances in medicine. I'm grateful for the clinical studies. I'm grateful for the chemo drugs and the immunotherapy that have been developed that are helping me with my battle with cancer. And so that is what I'm grateful for this week. My name is Craig. I'm with One Man's Cancer Journey, and I wish for you a blessed week and a healthy and happy new year.